Welcome to the video where we walk through the process of going from a Tinkercad to an actual PCB. So this is sort of the basic workflow that we're going to use. We're going to get a component library, we're going to build a schematic, and this we've already done on Tinkercad, and we're going to push that over to Fusion. From there, we're going to get a PCB layout, make it pretty, make it look the way we want it to. Then we're going to get an actual physical, like we're going to get an actual virtual PCB. And finally, we're going to manufacture, or well, when we manufacture, we're going to use our CNC. So this is the schematic, which you've seen before. We're going to push it to this sort of 2D PCB and finally to the 3D PCB. And we're going to do it all in Fusion. But we're going to start in Tinkercad. So we have this, basically the what I want to create. And what I've created here is an RGB LED controlled by 3 potentiometers. It's hooked up to a coin cell and it's got a switch. There are 3 resistors also. So I breadboarded it. I can make sure it works by turning it off, turning it on. You see it turns on. If I dial the red down and I've only got the blue and the green, it should turn to cyan. Let's see if it works. It does. Okay. If I get rid of the blue also, it should be green. And then like that. So if I just have green and red, it should go to, what's green and red? Yellow. Who knew? Okay, so I'm happy with that. I'm happy with my circuit the way it is. It's not pretty. I don't care what the color of the wires are. It's just that I've got all my paths in the correct place. So just to sort of belabor this and just to make sure you understand it, I've got a coin cell. The positive side goes to this rail. So everything connected to this rail is connected to the positive. So let's start here. The current flows through this green wire, then goes to the middle of the wiper, the potentiometer. It leaves out the other side, but it gets some resistance in the way, right? So there's also resistance here. It goes through this. Now it's connected through that row, through row 6 to the resistor, which is connected to the red leg of the RGB LED, and then it comes back to ground through this wire. The same thing is true for this. It goes from here to the middle, out the second leg, through this resistor, into this leg of the RGB LED, and again, back to ground. Same thing for the third one. So we've got it all wired up the way we want it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to, like we did this last time, or you did this in class where you looked at the circuit diagram. Instead of doing that now, we're going to send it to Fusion. So when I say send it, I can send it to Autodesk Fusion. It actually helps a lot if you already have Fusion open and it's ready to accept. It's ready, it's waiting for you to send it something. So I'm going to click Autodesk Fusion and then I'm going to say send. And I have to click open in local desktop. Okay. I think you can send it virtually, but anyways, we're going to send it in local desktop. It's going to glitch because it always does. It just times out, I think. But if you go to Fusion, I think you'll see it is working. And so we get this. This is amazing. So what it's done is it's taken the schematic that you made in Tinkercad and it's created the sort of bones of the PCB we're going to make. And this is where we're going to start working on it, editing it, figuring out what we need to do. So that's kind of step 1, is pushing your thing over. Well, in the next video, we'll talk about what we do now.